There it is, 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. It is the Ron and Fez Show. I'm Ron, there's Fez Watley.
Hiya, buddies.
And let me head on over to the phones to start it off. Hey, Greg. Greg, you're on the Ron and Fez Show.
Hey, thanks to Leon. Maybe they're the best band out there today. Good work, whoever picked that one. I love those hippie redneck scat vocals. Bye.
I got news for you. If we're going to thank anybody, we got to thank Pepper Hicks, who did a very strong opening today. Very nice job again, Pepper. If it's a good opening, it belongs to Pepper Hicks. I don't know whether that could be like a commercial endorsement, Fez.
He seems to be on a streak.
Sorry to make you talk there for a second, Fez, but this fucking phone system has got to change. We got to get in the big studio. It's just driving me crazy. Pepper, come on in here real quick. Pepper Hicks is a bright young intern with nothing but the future ahead of him. Pepper, how's everything going along with High Society, the podcast that you put together with one of your stony buddies and, of course, Bronx Johnny?
It's going good. We were supposed to do another one this Thursday. We have 3 under our belt so far.
How you feeling about it?
I think we're getting better progressively. We're getting more comfortable.
Can I just tell you, I can't wait. I want to throw this thing on the satellite. What are we waiting for?
Really?
Why are we wasting our time with old-timers like Next or CT and Jiven when we've got the fresh young kids ready to pop up and start the future now? How quick are you guys ready to jump on? Can we get you on the satellite to do a live show soon?
Oof.
What makes you nervous about this?
We might be able to do it.
Do you need to hear that John Fogerty put me in, coach? I'm ready to play. Is there something I need to do right now to get what is holding you back? Do you not think that you're good?
No.
Yeah. You don't think that you're good?
I don't know. I just want to be ready. I don't want to.
I've been doing this half my life. Me and Fez ain't ready. We stink. So all you got to do is just jump in.
I think you're ready. You named the show. That was a big step forward.
Now, you haven't even heard him yet, right, Fez?
No.
Why not? You were given a disc.
I know. I was given 2 discs, actually.
You can't listen.
No, I just haven't found the time yet.
You have 21 hours a day with nothing to do.
I know. I forget. It's out of sight, out of mind. I forget to do it.
Do me a favor.
Yes.
You seen your therapist today?
Yes.
Give her one of the podcasts of High Society.
I don't know what's on the disc.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I would be handing her.
You know you're better than Than and Sam. That goes without saying.
I don't want to say that.
Yeah. But if you had to. Who do I need to talk to? Bronx Johnny? Every team should have somebody who's pushing the agenda forward.
Bronx Johnny's kind of a nervous wreck sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. Well, what about this other? Who's
That's
your other
just
buddy?
because of immigration.
He was born in this country, I believe. But how he ended up with an Ecuadorian accent, I don't know. Who is your other buddy that we don't know?
Oh, this is the guy Chris, and a friend of mine from high school.
Yeah, your old high school pal.
Yeah.
Best way to start a band, worst way to start a radio show. Should I talk to him? Is he the balls of the group? Is he the one who says, hey, we're ready? You know, Brian Jones had to push Mick and Keith, and then the minute they got out there, what'd they do? Stabbed him in his narrow back and went on.
I think if we get something done this Thursday, we might be able to go on. Jesus.
Let's get an interpreter and talk to Bronx Johnny.
Maybe you're ready. All right, I try to throw it to you. I try to put you in there.
Right.
All right, 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866, it's Ron-0-FEZ.
Ronnie, you mentioned me going to my therapist today, and I do have my report ready from yesterday. I know I had another meltdown yesterday, and I was going to go home and just jot down some thoughts, a report of how I was feeling.
I said that to you yesterday, Fezzy, just to stop the tears. And I'm being serious with you right now. I don't know whether you should dwell in it. I never know what gets you into those moods. But I always think if I come up with like a little job for you, then it gets you out of the mood.
Well,
I go like, Fez, I need you to go in the back and count pencils. You feel like you have a little something to occupy yourself.
Well, I mean, I did the report, and I think it's an honest assessment.
First of all, before we get into anything, I do have a spy report.
Ooh.
Spy report.
And this, I believe, is an exclusive. Yesterday, Foundry Music, Jeff shit his pants. All right, 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Fezzy, I saw that Jerry Lewis is already apologizing, huh?
Yeah, he's apologizing for his use of what they call the other F word on the muscular dystrophy telethon.
Let's take a listen to this. This was done live on TV, so they couldn't edit out of it. Big Jerry Lewis makes a faux pas.
We're into hour 18. Look how good he moves that camera over, you son of a gun. Wherever I go, he goes. Let's see what you do with this over here. Oh, your family has come to see you. You remember Bart, your oldest son, Jesse, the illiterate faggot? No.
Now, I caught that on YouTube, and I didn't hear the big laughs that I heard on that audio that we have.
Yeah, it seemed like a little bit more stunned silence, didn't it?
Yeah, and then here, I don't know whether our guys went and just added the laughter.
So he has apologized now, and of course GLAAD wants to meet with him. The Gay and Lesbian Anti-Defamation League, or whatever they are.
Well, then why don't they GLAAD-L?
Whatever the GLAAD stands for. They want to meet with Jerry Lewis.
I think they shouldn't have stopped at D. I think they write on to L, if it's Defamation League.
So, Jerry Lewis, just from a different era. I don't think there's anything you can do to make an old 81-year-old man change his ways at this point.
What ways are there to change? He's 81, right?
Right.
I've never heard him do a joke like this before. So it's not like this is a constant problem.
Right. Yeah, and I mean...
And I've never heard him do anything like, oh, I don't want gay people to work in my organization.
True.
He did a joke. And one that actually... like all the rest of his jokes, didn't work. I don't think the man's been funny since 57. But I got news for you. In 57, he was fucking hysterical.
I hope they take into consideration it was 18 hours into the telethon.
Who takes into consideration?
You know, anyone who's coming down on Jerry Lewis.
All right, it's the Ron and Fez Show, 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. I came in here, and I couldn't believe it today, but Earl had given up the board to Eastside Dave. Dave was rolling in there, and so far, no major mistakes. So maybe the team is coming together.
We'll see exactly what happens there. Of course, it's still early in the show. It's only 10 minutes into the show. Anything could happen. And I do have that report that I wrote up.
Is this a funny report?
No, it's a very honest report. No, I don't find it funny. I find it very honest. I went home upset yesterday. Of course, had a meltdown on the air, crying.
Do we know why you were upset?
I think most of it had to do with my
Jerry Lewis?
No, not Jerry Lewis. My drug use.
Well, did you get the email I forwarded to you that some woman wrote and said Klonopin has to be done every day, not occasionally?
Yeah.
Did that make any sense to you?
I mean, I guess it makes sense so that it's in your system and it's not such a shock, but it's also not what my psychiatrist told me.
Well, when I used to do drugs, I would do them every day. And my thing was a double dose. That was my little thing. Whatever was recommended, I'd double down.
You know, he would talk about, using it if I was nervous at night, use it during the day, maybe just take a quarter of a tablet even.
Like a Valium.
Exactly.
But is a Klonopin a Valium? Does it fit into that family?
Yeah, I think it is in that family. I know it's like in the same family as Xanax and stuff like that.
Well, that's different than a Valium.
It is?
Yeah. Like if you took a Xanax every once in a while, it's not going to work for you. A Xanax has to be in your system for weeks before you start to see any changes. Where a Valium, you should see changes in 35 to 40 minutes, depending on how many Valiums you did the day before. So it's a completely different
All right,
thing.
I mean, I'll check with the shrink again, but I know he told me, take as needed.
Okay. But I'm just saying that, just because a shrink said so doesn't make it correct. There's, sometimes they disagree with each other. Hey, Seth, you're on the Ron and Fez Show.
Hey, Ronnie. Let's try to remember about Jerry Lewis that this guy made a movie about, like, Nazi concentration camp where he was a clown. And he would, lure kids into
My friend, you're talking about the legendary film, The Day the Clown Cried.
I am talking about that film.
As a matter of fact, we had somebody on the show that had
Harry
seen
Shearer?
Harry Shearer. That's right, who had seen the film, and it's not a finished film, but basically, Fezzy, it was and it was done seriously. He was done as a clown, and he was in the concentration camp. The clown was, and he would get the children to follow him into the gas chambers and be like having like a fun little clown show before they were killed. And it was done as a serious dramatic piece. It wasn't a comedy. And apparently something about it didn't work.
Maybe the darkness of it.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of dark film. Go back to that other film that won the Academy Award for that Italian guy, which was basically a guy clowning around with his kid. It almost seems like a ripoff to me. The Life is Beautiful from like 97 or whatever. Everybody loved that film. Although, show me a fucking person who's seen it a second time. Everyone act like, oh, this guy's brilliant. He hasn't done jack dick since.
Roberto Benigni.
Idiot. Here is Matt. Matt, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie, how's it going?
Yeah.
I hate to criticize you, my friend, but you're a bit off on the Valium Xanax thing. Valium, Xanax, Klonopin, they're all benzodiazepams. They're all in the same class of drugs, and they all have relatively similar effects on your body, although they'll work in slightly different ways.
I'm stunned. I didn't know that because people that I know who went on Xanax said we can't, see any results for, I forget what it was, 4 weeks or whatever. But it's not like you take a Xanax and feel good 40 minutes later, where with a Valium, you should know if it's working 40 minutes later.
We're trying to snort it?
Well, you can crush it up. I like to, always have some hot water ready to go in so it's quickly into your system. All right, so there you have it, Fez. Maybe your shrink is right, but again, maybe your thing is different than most people, or I'm going to go so far to say this, maybe that's not what's bothering you.
That could be. And also, I know I have a very sensitive system to drugs.
I know you can't handle alcohol. You get drunk faster than any man I've ever met in my life. I've seen you get drunk on one beer.
Yeah.
For a guy who spent a lifetime drinking.
Yeah. I build up no tolerance. In fact, just the opposite. The tolerance has gone the other way.
Well, could that be your diabetes?
I think so. I think that's like some sort of rush that the diabetes gives me.
They always say a spoonful of sugar keeps the, does something good. I forget.
Helps the medicine go down.
The what?
The medicine go down.
Oh, the
medicine go down.
What is it again?
Medicine.
No, spoonful of sugar.
Oh.
Pick it up from there. So maybe that's what you need every day, a lot of sugar. Sugar packets.
No, that's not going to help, because that's going to make me wacky from the diabetes. That's going to have my head spin and give me headaches and stuff. Of course, I still do have this report that I did yesterday, the assignment that you gave me.
How long is it? I gave you the assignment to try to shush you.
Yeah, but it's only a page long, and what I did was I went home feeling bad, still all teary-eyed and everything. So what I did was, instead of just sitting down and trying to work something out, I just let the random thoughts that went through my head the rest of the afternoon, I just put them down on paper as they came. So it may be a little, out of sync and stuff.
Here's Tom. Tom, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
How you doing, buddies?
Hey, pal.
Hey, I got a thing for Xanax. I'm going to have to say they do work instantly, because after about sitting up for 2 days on an 8-ball, nothing brings you down better than a couple of Xanax.
Well, you're talking about landing gear right now, my friend, and everybody understands that you do need some landing gear in your pocket, even if it's just to reach in and touch it. Like, you know what? I don't want to do it, but I feel better knowing that it's right here. I feel better knowing that I can bring this plane down. Woo! Woo! My heart's beating like a rabbit. That's a thrilling feeling. When you're just fucking locked in a hotel room and you say to your buddies, I don't know if we're going to make it out of here, man. I just have a bad feeling about this party.
That's exciting?
Yeah, well, It might surprise you, Fez. You're not the first person who's ever disliked themselves. But some people like to punish themselves in a funner fashion than you do, than just locking yourself naked in your closet and crying because somebody didn't take you to the circus at age 4.
I go verbal instead of drug use. I just use my inner voice to beat myself all around.
Why do you do that when you have me here? I'll say mean things to you all day long, and we'll get paid for it.
Sometimes you're not always around.
Yeah.
And I have to handle it myself.
How do you think I feel when you're not here? I'm always going to Earl. Where's the target? What am I supposed to do? I got a shooting range with no target. I think you're doing good.
Oh, I'm doing awful.
But I will say this. I don't know what happened over the vacation, but the beard went completely white.
Yeah, time for some Just for Men.
Oh, is that what you use?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you saw a ghost or something.
No, so I haven't used the Just for Men in a while, since before vacation.
When you said Just for Men, I thought you were talking about your penis. It's the new Fez Watley Just for Men. Zip.
It's Just for Men hair dye.
Yeah.
For beard and mustaches. For the thick, coarse hair of your face.
Oh. Matt.
Hey.
Welcome,
Tommy.
Matt. How are you?
Hey, Fezzy, is the report, is that a nature boy bit? Because that always seems to cheer you up.
No, I don't think there's no jokes in this at all. It's just the random thoughts I had about myself, about despising myself yesterday after the show.
What do you mean random thoughts? Like you ran a Larry King gimmick?
No.
Does he still do that for USA Today, or did I just show my age?
No, I think he still does it.
Really?
Yeah, I think he does.
Well, then, did I show my age by not remembering what's happening from one moment to the next?
By not knowing what's currently in USA Today's life section?
How many states do we have now? Still 48?
50.
Not to me, my brother. I do not fucking count Hawaii. I do not count Alaska. You want to be a state, you got to touch a state. That's a fucking country to me. I don't like faraway things and acting like they're part of your country. It annoys me.
I like having the 50. 50's easy to remember.
What if you just found out, like, part of England was over here? When that happened, everyone got mad and got pissed off at them. And they go, you can't do this. What are we, the American Empire?
Basically, that's what we're turning into.
Well, you got to win to be the American Empire.
True.
The last thing we got to do is worry about taking over too much control.
So I guess I will probably share this report on the air with us and then maybe take it to my therapist today, my life coach.
Why don't you just take it to your life coach and bore her?
I hope I don't bore her.
I'm sure you do, but she gets paid for it. Everyone else is paying now to listen to you. It seems like it's a fuck. You should pay every listener $125 an hour.
I'm not going to be able to do that.
Well, you got the money, you fucking stingy bastard.
If I had it, I would.
Let me go through your pockets.
No, you can't.
Anything I find, I keep.
No.
Remember that used to be what you'd say in school. Give me a quarter. Oh, I don't have any money. Fuck you. Let me go through your pockets. Anything I find, I keep. If I find $2 in there, I'm fucking keeping it.
Why is that the way? Why not just keep the quarter that you found?
No, fuck you for lying and saying you had nothing. If I find $2 in there, I'm keeping it. Turn that into a sixer.
Just doesn't seem right.
You know, fucking middle-class high school kids bumming money from each other in the lunchroom goes to fucking show you the human condition is shit. If I had the opportunity to talk to Jesus right now, I would tell him, your dad built one fucked up machine. He did not really think it through.
Maybe he should have gone back and checked on some things.
All right, so now you're against God.
Well, I think that this universe got put in motion, and there's no changing it now.
I don't even know what that means.
God has set up the rules, and he's not going to change them.
Okay. So you don't believe in the power of prayer? Because this gets to me in Big Brother. Those religious girls on there say that God's already mapped it out. Earl, you're more a real religious person, unlike Fez, who was hidden behind it for years. And then once he asked 3 questions, he threw his faith away. But come on in here. Do you agree with that? It's like a Baptist thing that God is already... Let's just say in the sense of Big Brother, right?
Yeah.
Before the game is played, does God know who's going to win?
Yes.
It's God's plan, right?
God's plan, yes.
So what you do with your life is God's plan. What I do with my life, already God's plan.
God's plan will in the end come to pass.
Oh, so God improvises. He has a beginning, and then he has an out cue, but what happens in the middle is improvised.
Well, man improvises. They go off the plan. And, you know...
But if has God already decided who wins Big Brother?
Yes, I believe so.
All right, because that's what... And, you know, I don't know if you're a Big Brother watcher.
No, I'm not.
They're making fun of the Christian girls. They make fun of them for their prayer. While they pray, and this is done on fucking primetime TV, they play funny organ music. Or for the one, it wasn't even a thing. They were playing like monks singing.
Yeah.
So they're like openly mocking these.
Openly mocking. Now, and I'm not, as you know, I'm not with you with most of the belief system. But 2 years ago, I think it was, they had a Muslim kid in there. And they were nothing but respectful of him and his prayer time. Nobody mocked him. Nobody could mock him. The, black Christian girl is ridiculous. But my point is this. If she already says it's already mapped out, God's already... Why do two things? Why play? And why pray? Saying, please let me win this game or whatever.
Well, you still have to put your... Like, prayer is just an act of faith, and you put your faith... You got to put your faith into action. Like, you can believe... pretty much anything, but if you don't work towards that goal, it's not going to happen.
Well, then faith would have nothing to do with it. Then you can't throw God's plan into it. You're saying that the person is responsible for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, you still have to put things into motion. You still have to do something about it.
Why? If it's his plan.
I understand that, but I always go by that. There's a phrase in the Bible: "Faith without works is dead," and you just have to. You still have to make the necessary steps to get to whatever that goal is.
But you can do that without faith. You don't need faith to do the steps. So work without faith works a lot better than faith without work.
But even so, where you have a situation where, like, a lot of faith comes in things that are virtually impossible. Like, I'm just throwing this out there, like the 2004 Red Sox. They had faith.
Yeah.
Like Johnny Damon, basically, after getting swept by the Yankees, he's like, we are going to... I mean, they're buried. They're not going to win the division. He goes, we are going to be in the World Series, and we're going to win the World Series. There was no evidence of that.
But you act like that's the only person who believed that. No, the Yankees believe the same things. The Yankees fans believe that they were going to win. People believe things. It doesn't make them happen. You can't pull out the occasional, I had faith and won, unless you show people who had faith and lost.
I mean, I'm just using that as an example. Now, there was a situation where...
But I'm saying that's not a good example because you're not using everything that goes into it. If you're going to do it scientifically, you got to put in all the information. And I guarantee you Derek Jeter had faith that he was going to win the World Series.
Absolutely. I mean, in an athletic competition, there's always going to be two people who have the same faith, who believe the same thing, and one person's not going to win.
Yeah.
Because it's preordained, or because someone's faith wasn't as strong as the other guys?
I have faith right now. My faith is this, Fezzy, that a pocket can hold water. Now, if I can do this, and I believe I can...
And you truly believe.
All right, I don't want you to move.
You truly believe.
I believe that a pocket can hold water.
Okay.
Please, Lord, let this pocket hold this water.
All right, we will see.
There it goes. There it goes, Fezzy. This is amazing.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yep,
well, I held it for a couple seconds.
Yeah, held it for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why, Lord? Why did you make a fool out of me here?
Why did Earl's pocket not hold
Did
water?
I not have enough faith?
You seem to have enough faith. You were believing it going in.
You know what? Now that I come to think of it, I don't think it was faith I had, but sarcasm.
Oh.
I think I had sarcasm. And sarcasm can only get you to pour. Where are you going, Earl? What's in there that's got you so upset?
Why
are you in...
Well, I'm just leaking.
Why is it still running out of your jacket?
I pulled a lot of water in there. And really, faith-wise, it did work for a little while.
Looks like I wet myself.
All right, you have faith, right, Earl?
Oh, yeah.
Then why hasn't your life worked out better?
It's part of the journey. Mm. That's really, that's what faith is just believing in things that are just, at least on a scientific level, not believable.
Why wouldn't they be, though? If they can happen, they are scientific. If anything can happen, there's going to be a scientific reason for it. Like the Red Sox coming back. It's a long shot, but mathematically it had to happen sooner or later.
Yeah, and I watched that series, and there was just things that happened that would never happen in a series of any kind.
I disagree. Every game you see, there is a funny bounce. No matter what you are doing, there's a funny bounce. Here's Too Fat. Too Fat, you're my Fez.
Ron,
yeah.
Evil Genius, what's going on, bud?
What do you say, brother?
What's up,
Hey, no, I wanted to say, like, I do believe, I have faith, but at the same time, I think you control your own destiny, and I'm Christian too, so I don't know. And I also wanted to ask Earl, if I have to go to heaven and keep saying holy, 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 I'd rather go to hell.
All right. Well, here's the thing. We're not saying whether faith works, we're just trying to define it. We're trying to define it and see how to work it properly because it's just scattershot right now. And I need it to be like a laser beam so I know where my faith works and where it doesn't work. One thing I know is no matter how much faith I have, I cannot hold water in that pocket of Earl's. It will go all down his shirt and his pants.
What if you prayed some more?
Yeah.
It's all completely down my pants right now.
Yeah. I think if I had enough faith, I could get Earl to eat a live squirrel. If I have faith. If I can do it.
You gotta believe.
I want to believe.
You gotta.
I'm trying my best.
You would. I wouldn't.
I would love to run a church and just bring out people and just have them do just like circus tricks. And here's what scares me, Fezzy, and you know it and I know it. The fucking Carney thing and all. I would have a congregation. They would be a fucking motley crew.
Sure.
But they would drink the Kool-Aid. I would get them to drink the Kool-Aid.
And the collection plate would be passed.
And it would be a fucking good show. Unlike a lot of the times I'll go to church with my friends, and I'll be like, okay, all I'm saying is from a public speaking point of view, not very strong. I would like to see if I can bring a little energy into this and have some kind of an ending. Let's end on a high note.
Baptist church, most Baptist churches are very energetic.
Energetic ain't enough for me, brother. If it really worked, they wouldn't be running the same old ladies. And the white churches, come on.
Yeah,
there's a boredom factor there.
There is like no sense of, for lack of a better word, soul there. It's just very.
There's no soul in white culture. And, I don't want to come across as Jerry Lewis and be hung up for this later. But the only thing I think Al Sharpton and I agree on is we can't stand white people.
Like watch, like here in New York, they have this channel called the Word Channel, and it's just basically it's 24 hours of
the Word.
Of preachers, basically.
Yeah.
And it is so entertaining. On top of everything else, it's highly entertaining.
It's got to be entertaining for you to get money at the end of it. Because everybody has a Bible, so it can't be the Bible that's going to make you popular. You got to have a certain act with it.
Yeah, I mean, and just like the cadence and the voices.
Let me tell you, Earl, I get you up there, and at the end of it going, look, faith can have you eat a squirrel. That place will go nuts if they see that squirrel tail just disappearing down your throat at the last second. And it's gone, ladies and gentlemen, and right down, boom. Fezzy, I want you and Dave running through with plates, just cash coming in.
I would write a check to that guy.
Or I'm yelling out, all you fuckers are going to be eating squirrel. All you will be eating squirrel. The squirrel's like, ah. And that tail disappears, and it's going to be amazing.
I don't think that would be necessarily healthy for me either.
Whatever. If you have faith, it's going to be fine. I have faith that God will help you digest that thing like it's nothing.
God won't provide a rabid squirrel.
Here's Richard. You're on Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, I pledge allegiance to your church. You can have 10% of my annual income. I'm on board.
What kind of money are you making a year?
40, 50, maybe.
All right, then I'm going to need a lot more people to live my lifestyle.
Well, yeah, if I can.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, if there was fucking $4,000 downstairs in the mailbox waiting for me, I still ain't even going to go until the fucking Time magazine's in there, and then I'll go down and check on it. I ain't going to fucking get up and leave the TV for $4,000. Just let me know when the Rolling Stone gets here, and then I'll walk downstairs. Or what are you doing?
No, just wiping the water up.
What do you act like? You're allergic to it?
No, I'm not allergic to it. It's cold.
When's the last time you had a shower?
This morning.
Do I need to give you a sniff?
Yeah.
Do I need?
Ball sack. Go under
Come
the
here.
fucking... Get him in the undercarriage.
Come here.
Let him get the undercarriage.
He's not sniffing my sack.
Here's Mike. Mike, you're on Fez.
Mahabone, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I think faith is what you make it.
Yeah.
You know, that's the hardest thing about faith. It's whatever you believe in, there you go. That's your faith, brother.
I'll tell you this, bro, and this is serious. I don't know about faith, but one time I have faith no more. You want it all, what you can't have right. Remember when they were big for like 13 seconds?
Yeah.
What is it?
The video with the fish flopping around.
I don't watch videos. Even when fucking MTV. What happens in there, David?
Whoa.
Sorry about that. That level was way too high.
Yes, that's why you're running the board in the other room.
Sorry about that.
I think the heart stopped on that one.
Nobody hassles you anymore.
They're really on me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And deservedly so,
Why
I
do you
think.
say that?
Well, I know I got this report that I did on myself yesterday after having a crying jag yet again on the air.
So you're not happy with the report that you did on your self?
No, I think it's a very honest report. Basically, what I did was I went home, still upset, and just jotted down everything I was thinking about myself and the way the day went. The kind of show that I had. So today, I got my therapist, and I got my report.
I know that you've brought it up 90 times. Earl, how many times has he brought it up?
Numerous times.
Should I just let him read it? Is this going to be like a funny bit, or is this sad again?
No, I would say more sad. It's definitely not funny.
All right, so this is 100% true. This is what you say to yourself.
This is 100%, yes. It was just, when I went home feeling bad about myself yesterday, this was the inner conversation I was having.
Why did you feel bad?
Because I ended up crying on the air. I didn't mean to start crying. I didn't mean to get all down on myself and make it about me. I brought up a topic from ronfez.net and somehow made it all about myself to the point of tears. So that's why I got upset with myself.
Here's Drama Daddy. Drama Daddy, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, I wanted to see if I could preemptively get into the prize closet for Fez crying before it starts.
You know what? That's a great idea. So we already have somebody that won Fez Cries.
I probably won't cry today.
Well, you should.
Fez, you're on the air. Of course you're going to cry.
All you got to do is pay attention to today's show, which to me made yesterday's looks like a gem compared to today's.
So,
all right, go ahead and read it, please. It's driving me nuts now. And I don't mean to make you cry, but I have no idea why for 2 hours you've been trying to read this fucking thing, and I've been trying to stop you from reading it.
So here's what my random thoughts from yesterday after the show. Well, nice work, asshole. You did it again. Why does it always have to be about you? You do it every time, jerk. You take a normal topic and turn it into a Fez tear fest. How absolutely worthless are you? You must be insane. That's the only possible reason. You don't help the show, you don't help Ron, and you definitely don't help yourself. You are useless. Why can't you stop your stupid bullshit?
This is stuff that you think or you write to yourself?
No, I think it, and then I wrote it down.
Okay.
What redeeming quality do you have? None that I can think of. Another day of crying on the air. I am so sick of myself, I can only imagine how sick everyone else is of me. I really suck. And yet it will just keep happening over and over again. You'll never change. I'm an idiot for thinking that the pills will help. They don't. I am the worst. I can't pull off one good show. Why am I always stuck in this place? Because I never listen. What a miserable person. I'm the worst. I ruin everything. I make it all bad. Pathetic, worthless, weak. Keep crying for no reason. That was it.
And then what'd you do, have a snack?
No, then I went to bed. Then I pulled the covers over my head.
All right, let me see this. Now, you're saying this is the kind of stuff that you think about after the show.
Yeah, that was probably over 2 hours' time of just going back and adding to it.
Well, why didn't you write down other things that you were thinking? Maybe you think other things. Did you think any positive things?
No, not that
you
I
don't think
recall.
any positive things in between?
No, I wasn't thinking any positive things.
All right, let's go through this step by step then. And I will refute each thing that you said.
And that is absolutely honest. I'm being total shoot there.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the things I was saying to myself after the show.
All right, let me go through these one at a time like an attorney, Fez, and I will refute these.
Okay.
All right. Well, nice work, asshole. You did it again. Well, I can't argue with that one. That's true.
All right.
I do agree with that one. And that's probably going to be it. Why does it always have to be about you? You do it every time you a normal topic. You a normal topic?
You take a normal topic.
But it doesn't say that.
I know, it's a typo. Even fuck that up. Talking about fucking up, I fuck up.
It's weird that you put a comma in and then you leave words out. You do it every time, jerk. You a normal topic and turn it into a Fez Watley tear fest. Well, again, I can't. Do you have an answer for that one?
Well, no, I mean, it's the truth. I was crying yesterday.
But why?
Right about an hour ago. 24 hours ago.
Why do you take a normal topic and compare it to your problems?
I don't know how I go down that road. To the point of where, I brought up most people wouldn't want to hang out with themselves. To the point of I'm sobbing because I hate my fat self so bad. I would love to know where, that turn I take. That left turn at Albuquerque.
How absolutely worthless are you? Will you answer yourself?
No,
I just leave it as a question.
I just leave it rhetorical. I know the answer, so I leave it rhetorical.
You must be insane. That's the only reason possible. I think there's other reasons besides insanity. So, boom. I got you there.
Well, you're halfway through and you've only refuted one.
I am not halfway through. I'm not even a quarter of the way through.
Oh, okay.
And how absolutely worthless if you all refute that? You're not worthless. Well, we could end up selling your liver, your heart, kidneys. I bet I could put a pretty penny on what we got out of you, Fez Watley.
You're not getting anything for that heart.
Yeah, well, would depend. Your dad would love to have that heart with his.
True.
You don't help the show. That's not true. You don't help Ron. No, I just told you yesterday how you were there for me last week.
I mean yesterday on the show.
Well, yeah, that part's true.
I don't help you on the show.
Sure you do. You always have gum.
Well, I don't have any today.
Okay, so today's got nothing. You definitely don't help yourself. You are useless. That's not true. A lot of times if I need the door open, I prop you in front of it. So that's good.
That's not a good enough use to be considered useful.
You're a doorstop anytime I need one.
I mean, I'll gladly do it for you, but that can't be considered useful.
I like to get the breeze going.
It is so hot in here.
Why can't you stop your bullshit? What's the answer there?
I don't know. That goes back to why would I turn the topic onto myself to the point of tears?
Why don't you have any answers for yourself? Why don't you answer yourself just as with all the passion that you ask these questions?
Yeah, that's what I have to do. That'll be the next question on today's.
Yeah.
Why don't you ever answer any of your stupid questions?
What redeeming quality do you have? None that I can think of right now. I'll take that right back to the doorstop. There is not a door that's going to push you out of the way.
I need to be more than holding doors open.
I could put you in front of a bank vault, and that vault door would not shut. And all we're looking for is one quality.
That doesn't seem to be redeeming. I did say redeeming.
Yeah. Another day of crying on the air. I'm so sick of myself. I can only imagine how sick everyone else of me. I really suck. All right, who's everyone else that's sick of you?
I would imagine anyone listening. And anyone working here with me.
And yet everybody always calls in, no, Fez, we love you, we love you. And Earl cried for you yesterday, too, he said. And I believe Dave did, too, before he started blasting music at an incredibly high pitch.
They've got to be tired of it, though. I mean, the sympathy's going to be there, but so does the eye rolling, I'm sure.
Earl, do you eye roll yourself about Fez?
Never. Never at all. I completely understand what he's going through.
How would you understand?
No, I know that. I know his personality, and I know, he tries a lot, and he really is. He loves his job, obviously, and he loves the people that he works with. And I just feel that pain when he's going through whatever he's going through.
And yet it will just keep happening over and over again. You'll never change. Well, that's up to you. I'm an idiot for thinking the pills will help. They don't. I am the worst. I can't pull off one good show. Why I'm always stuck in this place? Because you never listen.
Well, there I answered a question, finally.
Yeah.
By the end of it.
But against you.
Right, yeah.
So I really consider...
For the prosecution.
I think of that as the critical voice suddenly becoming yet another critical voice. What a miserable person I become, the worst. I feel like I ruin everything. I make it all bad. Pathetic. Worthless. Weak. Keep crying for no reason. So you're going to give this to your shrink?
You think I should?
I don't know what happens in that thing. If anything, I think you should get your money back.
I'll give it to her.
And say, here, great work, honey. You're really doing a bang-up job on me.
Here's the update.
Thanks for the $125 a week you're fucking stashing in your purse. She ought to be wearing a little bandit's mask when you come in there, like the fucking Hamburglar.
So I'm sure that'll be a tear-filled session.
I don't know.
I don't doubt that. So, but that's just the honest thoughts, and thank you for... I thought it was a good assignment to have me do.
I think that you fucking showed the most passion you have all day when you were reading this thing out and being angry at yourself. Again, it's like you woke back up and you want to be involved in the show to kick Fez Whatley.
Yeah, it's that's how I operate. I make it about me.
Well, you're at least happy now it's about you? Does it feel better?
No, it doesn't. I thought it might, but it doesn't. It doesn't feel any better. I thought it might be cathartic or something.
Right.
Yeah, no, I don't feel that. I don't feel any relief from it.
All right, do me this favor.
Okay.
Read me those things that you say to yourself exactly the way that you say them to yourself in your head, with the same tonality.
Okay.
And just go off one after another.
Right. Nice work, asshole. You did it again. Why does it always have to be about you? You do it every time, you stupid jerk. You take a normal topic, turn it into a Fez Whatley tear fest.
All right, try it again now.
Uh-huh.
Do the same exact thing, but I want the voice higher, almost squeaky, and in a French accent.
Oh, okay. Well, nice work, asshole. You did it again. Why does it always have to be about you? You do it every time, jerk.
All right, see, I find that one more amusing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not really my inner voice.
Why not? It's your fucking inner voice, right?
Yeah, but I'm not French.
Why can't you make it whatever you want?
Well, I never even considered changing my inner voice.
Why not? If it's someone fucking yelling at you, and you run that voice, why wouldn't you change the way they talk?
Because that voice seems to be the voice in charge at the time. Like, that voice is calling the shots.
That voice is in charge of you.
At that time, that voice is doing all the talking. You hear the questions not being answered? Because I'm not even talking back. I'm letting that voice just go.
Let's try it this way. Do your droopy dog voice and do the same stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
How absolutely worthless are you? You must be insane. That's the only reason possible.
See, I say this as a start. The only voice that you let fucking run you down is droopy dog from this point on.
That is an interesting theory and something I never would have considered before.
Just try it now and see if it bothers you as much. Use any lines you want.
Okay.
What redeeming quality do you have?
Right.
None that I can think of. Another day of crying on the air. I'm so sick of myself, I can only imagine how sick everyone else is of me.
All right, remember, it's Droopy Dog, not Truman Capote.
Right, yeah.
And all your voices turn into Truman Capote.
I really suck.
Is that Truman?
No, that's Droopy Dog.
All right, so I'm talking to the inner voice now?
Yes.
Oh, jeez, that's scary.
I'm trying to keep it going.
Oh, jeez, now I'm talking to the other him.
I'm an idiot for taking pills that won't help. They don't. I am the worst. I can't pull off one good show.
I swear to God, this is Truman Capote. There is no Droopy Dog in there at all.
They're very similar.
I never even knew that before now.
Yeah, they're pretty similar.
Yeah.
Droopy Dog has a little bit more of a southern accent, I think, even though Truman's from the South.
And I want you to tell your shrink this, too. I think that you should own your interview voice. The one who critiques you should only be Droopy Dog. And everything else shit can. And I don't know how anything can be in charge of you when it's your brain and your mind and your body.
No, it shouldn't. You're absolutely right. But that voice gets to run amok. That voice does not get put in check. There's no defense voice of you're being too hard on yourself.
I'll do the one that I do for you. I'll play the part of me. Well, this is what happens. You use your inner voice to attack me, and this is the way I normally answer the inner voice back.
Okay.
You are
No, I mean, do it like your angry inner voice, and I'll show you how I respond to mine.
Okay.
No.
You are absolutely worthless.
Shh, I'm sleeping.
It's just you never do a good show.
5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes.
You're not listening to me.
Hungry, too. Wish I could sleep and eat at the same time. Sleeping and eating. That's something I'm going to work on.
Interesting. Yours answers back.
I do answer back. Here's somebody who always cares about you, Fez. It's your real producer, Albert Dukes. He's from the news show called Boomer, Craig, and Ron on The Fan. How are you, Albert?
I'm doing very well.
Yeah. You liking the new show?
Oh, yeah, the new show is terrific.
Yeah.
It's going to be the new big thing in sports talk radio.
It seems like it's taken off.
It's taken off. We are looking for a third guy, and I was talking to Bob Eatman about you, so
I would love it.
I'm not sure what the deal is with XM, but listening to the Fez of today, and when you guys were on vacation this past week, we had the WNEW Fez on quite a lot.
Right.
And I wonder, does Fez need someone to beat up on in order to be happy on the air and to be the real Fez? Because in all of those segments that I listened to, I was kind of getting ganged up on, or Billy was getting ganged up on, and Fez was happy and excited and contributing that.
I always say that Fez is at his happiest when he's putting the boots to somebody.
Yeah, when he really is where it's 5-on-1 or 4-on-1, he really enjoys himself.
The piling on.
Yeah. Because you're not a guy who will pick fights, but you will pile on.
Yeah, he loved to just pile on, and he was so happy about it. And
You'd make a great stormtrooper.
Why just, as a group, bum rushing.
He was his most happiest, when the boots were being put to me, and in addition to you guys being in there, Anthony was in there also contributing.
Oh, yeah.
So
we all love to show off in front of Anthony.
Oh, and he just turned into the super happy.
Everyone does that. When Anthony's here, we're all like, look at me, I'm the prettiest girl in the world. I'm the prettiest girl in the world, Anthony. Suddenly, Dave has things to say, and everybody, Fez is at his best. I'm being funny. We all want Anthony to give us the big blue ribbon and tell us that we're the winner of the Comedy Beauty Contest. So what's your point? We need to let Fez beat up on people more?
Yeah, and I don't know who that could be, because Earl kind of stinks at getting beat up on. He just gets more depressed, and then Fez gets more depressed about that.
Yeah, you need a guy who can really take a punch.
Yeah.
Someone with big shoulders.
Well, I'd like to volunteer for that role if he'll improve Fezzy.
Well, the problem is that you become too loud and boisterous, and then Fez goes away.
Well, I'll put tape over my mouth.
We can't figure out a way to have Fez on the air and you on the air at the same time. It's one or the other.
And the problem with Dave also is it doesn't faze Dave when he's getting yelled at. Where, like, I could hear it in my voice and Billy's voice. If you would give an angry look, even if it wasn't spoken on the radio, we would break down. Dave just keeps motoring through. It doesn't affect him.
Yeah, well, he doesn't understand reality, where you do. You have a strong sense of reality.
Yeah, like, you would get a look sometimes. I would get a look sometimes and be like, oh, man, I am finished. Where Dave just keeps going with it, and it just doesn't seem to harm him.
Yeah.
I like to stay positive.
Yeah, he, like, always stays positive.
Well, there has to be a caring factor, too.
Yeah, he doesn't know the difference between good show and bad show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how come you don't enjoy Dave? How come you don't like bashing him around a little bit and it just doesn't... Why do you get quiet when Dave's on the air?
I don't know.
And there's threads fucking dedicated to, oh, Dave's in, we won't hear Fez again.
Right. I know sometimes it's a topic that I just don't know anything about. You know, so I know that might be part of my problem.
So he should be talking about you more.
Well, that I know about.
Your favorite topic, let's be mean to Fez.
It's easier to just bash myself at this point, I guess.
Well, I don't know, Albert. Are you guys really looking for a third mic?
Only if, it's someone quick-witted like yourself.
I think it would be fantastic.
Yeah.
And you know me, team player.
Maybe we get it on the mask done with Boomer Esiason.
Oh, God, just to sit down and wonder what it's like not to win a Super Bowl. I think that would be fascinating.
Unface mask.
He was in the Super Bowl.
Well, did he go to 2?
I think he just went to the 1.
Just to the 1?
Just 1?
And then he got beat by Joe Montana in one of the great games of all time.
Right.
Exactly. If
Yeah.
he's going to get beat in the Super Bowl, that's the guy he got beat by.
Yeah, I mean, literally in a legendary game.
Yeah.
You know, like most people would put it as a top 5 Super Bowl.
Yes, I definitely would.
Well, good. Sure, it's because you work for him. I think this is going to be bigger than David Lee Roth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no question about that.
All right, Albert.
Okay, take it easy.
All right. Hey, Al. I'll take it any way I can get it, buddy. Keep on keeping on, pal.
All right, see you.
That's it.
He sounded like he was trying out a new catchphrase that if it worked here, he would use it on the Boomer and Craig show.
I don't know how new take it easy would be considered. Dave is now just standing outside the door. Come on in, David. What do you need, buddy?
I mean, if we want to have some sort of relay system, maybe a radio relay system where Fez and I pass a baton back and forth, because I certainly
What
do
does
not.
that mean?
I don't want to.
Your time, his time. You become a tag team. So instead of it's Ron and Fez, it'll become the show will be Ron and Fez / Dave.
Oh no.
It's almost like Killer Bees. Could we do this? Could you guys start dressing in stripes?
No, I wasn't thinking it like that. I was thinking that maybe.
Would you be Brian Blair? Which would you be?
I would be Jumpin' Jim Brunzell.
Okay.
I never liked Brian Blair at all.
You know, the weird thing is since you've been in here, nothing out of Fez. Just so you know it. Tag him back in. Tag. Who would you want to be, Fez?
I would be Brian Blair.
Yeah, why is that?
I always thought he was the better of the two. I always thought he was. I thought he was very
hold
underrated.
on. You're reaching for a tag here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tag.
But see, Jumpin' Jim Brunzell had the nickname, Jumpin' Jim Brunzell. Be Brian Blair. That was fucking way too much alliteration.
Well,
for my
I
taste.
think that it only became B Brian when he became a Killer Bee. I don't think anybody threw the B in there before then.
Tag up. Brunzell, to me, it's like, all right, he should have changed his name to Bruce Brunzell.
He's literally taken this seriously, where he's finally into it.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
But I mean,
you did not tag back in. Hold on, I'm holding tag. I have kept Watley to his own. Where are you now, Watley?
I can't get to my corner.
Oh. And Ron has an instinctive way to Indian rug burn you.
Yeah, I know.
Even if he's not trying.
No, I did try. Here's our buddy Mikey Boy. Mikey.
Hey, guys. I have a theory as to why Fez doesn't pile on Dave, and I think it's because the other people, when you pile on, like a Billy or an Al or like even Harry T, you could actually get to them, and nothing seems to bother Dave too much, so it's probably a whole lot less fun to pile on him.
Yeah, it is true that he's got a Forrest Gump thing about him where he just loves you back no matter what.
A force field of stupidity.
Yeah. Now, you can hurt his feelings, though. I've seen his mom do it.
Yeah, that's true. And there was one time, just one time, where Fez hurt my feelings. If you recall, he threw something at me. He threw a cup at me, and that was the one time. But that's I guess...
I don't remember that. Do you, Fez?
I don't remember throwing a cup at you.
Where was it at?
It was in the old studio, whatever that is.
Why did you throw the cup?
I fucked a plug up.
When you used to write things for him when you used to have to do plugs?
I believe I was behind Taste of Lemon / Twist of Lemon and Jack Lemon's son's books.
That was my favorite interview ever.
Yeah.
And that ran 3 times on the best ofs this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then he threw a cup at me, and so that was the only, but maybe because it was physical, I got hurt. A puppy will actually get hurt if you slap it in the news.
Scolded.
Yeah.
Scolded is when you burn them.
And I think my reaction was I poured water on my head, and you said, I can't have you breaking down right now, young man.
Yeah, when I get mad at you, I'll call you young man. But I'm trying to pull you out of this, because I'll try to act like one of your parents. Hey, young man, you better fucking ease it up. And then you normally stop acting crazy and eating shit or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, so, because he has a bad baby burn himself thing.
Okay.
But again, all this stuff, we're just talking about ourselves.
Right.
It's everything we don't want to do. Fezzy, it's wedding fever. Opie's engaged.
Yeah.
And his little mini-me, E-Rock, also engaged.
Got engaged over the vacation.
E-Rock 2! Where he just... E-Rock 2!
Oh, yeah.
And from what I hear, Anthony may be making an announcement tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be so exciting.
Yeah.
3 weddings on one show.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Plus, Alki and Solera.
I think it's time Axe Girl made an honest woman out of Anthony. He looks like a who was sitting there with he's like a living lover. He was raised Catholic. That's not the way to do that.
I say do it.
Yeah.
Take that plunge. Walk that aisle.
What about you and Earl? You always said if you were the only two left, that you two would get married on New Year's Eve, 2007.
Yeah, but I said that was if I was 40 and not married.
Yeah.
So I'm still waiting for that date to come around.
You're going in the wrong direction for that date, brother.
Oh.
That's one mountain you crossed. You can yell at yourself for that later. And you're old. Seriously, I wouldn't mind seeing you and Earl settle down.
I don't think Earl's my type. Yeah. I don't think Earl is the guy for me. If I was going to settle down with someone, it's not going to be Earl.
Pitsy?
No, not Pitsy. Pitsy's too much of a screamer. Pitsy's dinner isn't ready? God, you'll hear it left and right.
Yeah, that's true.
That's just from his mom and his girlfriend now.
That's true. That would be nothing but trouble for you.
He's a beast. And I'm not going to put up with it. I'm not going to get screamed at.
You know what would be perfect for you?
Who?
Rory. You know, if this merger goes through, there's no sense not to bring us all back together. Earl gets pushed out, Rory comes back, you're happy.
All right, that makes sense.
Not for me.
Oh.
Would you be willing to step down if it made Fez happy?
Well, in that case, yeah, I'd do anything to make Fez happy.
He says he would, but he wouldn't.
I know we don't have a lot of time here, but Earl has doctor's appointments this week. He's as batshit crazy as you are. Earl, what is your problem right now?
I'm having like hypoponic episodes. I don't know if I'm saying that word.
You're
right.
afraid of water?
No, it's a sleep disorder.
Because I'll pour some in your pocket.
Maybe that's what caused it.
He's having that sleep paralyzed thing where he wakes up but his body does it. So you wake up and you feel like you're paralyzed.
So you cannot move, Earl.
You've never had that happen, Fez?
No, I don't think I've ever had an episode of that.
I had it once in my life. And apparently it happens every time you wake up, but when you either like wake up too quick or something, I don't know what it is. But at one point your brain is going a lot faster than your body. So your body's not reacting what your brain's telling it to do.
So it doesn't know to wake up. Quit sleeping, body.
Yeah, you can't move a muscle. You cannot move at all.
Can you speak?
What are you going to do to be able to get out of this, Earl?
I don't know. I guess they'll have to, do another CAT scan. I remember once last year when I had a physical and I was saying I had problems sleeping, they were ready to throw Ambien at me like it was Tic Tacs.
Maybe you need to do some kind of drug. When are you getting your black scan?
What? I'm not getting my black skin.
Scan. Thanks for going with the bet.
Sorry.
Hey, Don, you're on Fez.
Hey, buddies. I got a question for you, Fezzy.
Yeah, buddy.
Maybe, if Anthony's going to pop the question, I think he's got an available sister that somebody at the Ron and Fez show likes, and we could have a double show wedding.
I would not mind seeing you marry Dawn, and then she actually marries you because she's able to do that. So she says, do I take you, Fez Watley, to be my lawfully wedded wife? You'll have to go to Vermont, so it's a lesbian marriage between the two of you.
Right.
Because we can't prove that you're male.
Yeah, I've never seen a minister marry themselves before.
Can it be done?
I don't know.
I was my own best man.
I bet you can't. I bet a clergy or a justice of the peace can't perform a ceremony for themselves.
Why not? Who's to stop them? That's like a bartender can't pour his own drink.
There's probably legal ramifications.
What legal ramifications?
Where there has to be like a third person there or something.
Why, though? You can do it.
It's just
That's
bureaucracy.
You're making things up. Give me a reason. You know what? Make it about yourself.
No, I'm not going to.
I just want to get you back in the show. Make it about yourself.
No.
What's got you ticked off about you right now?
Nothing. Nothing at the moment.
Let me go over here to Chris. Wants to help Earl a little bit. Chris, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Earl, what's that thing that you're suffering from? What's it called?
Like a hypoponic episode. That's the medical term.
Sleep paralysis?
Right.
Yeah, all right, yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
I got to get somebody on the fucking phone, Earl. Who's on him right now?
Hicks.
Hicks. All I need you to do, Hicks, is pick up music. That's what you're best at. I love the opening song. I love the Kings of Leon. And you know what? Earl would have played Leon Spinks before he would have played the Kings of Leon. Here's Brooklyn Ace. Ace, you're on the Ron and Fez show. Ace.
What's going on, boys?
Yeah.
It would be hysterical to hear Dawn go, do you take Fez to be your lawfully wedded husband or wife? And hear her turn around and go, no. That would be funny.
I do not take him to be my lawfully wedded husband.
It would be kind of elaborate just to get to that point.
Yeah, but if we were doing it on the radio, it'd be well worth it. Be the prank of pranks.
And a wedding ceremony?
I want you to tell me, total shoot.
Mm-hmm.
If Dawn wanted to get married, would you marry her?
I would marry Dawn Cumia, Anthony's sister.
From a radio bit. And I'm being totally honest. Would you do it?
Yes, I would.
That's because you don't know how to separate anything, do you?
Probably not, no. But
Write that down on your list to say tonight that you had offered to get married. Like that. That's hysterical. And I knew that you would. I did not even for a second have to wonder. Basically, it's the same thing that happened to two other people on our show. That a bit just keeps going so strong that before you know it, it becomes reality. And you find yourself in a honeymoon suite going, wow, it was a great show. Now what? Now what do we do?
Well, I guess we'll open these envelopes and I'll take you home.
Yeah. I guess back to our place. So you want to ask her then? If you're willing to do it, you want to ask her.
Oh, I wouldn't have the nerve.
Why? What's the worst that could happen?
She would say no.
So how does that hurt? Have you never heard no before?
Well, I've heard no before, and I really don't like it.
Nobody likes it, but you never get a yes without risking a no, right?
Yeah, that's true. I would be nervous about the whole wedding thing, the whole marriage thing.
Oh, what you'd have to do after?
Well, besides that stuff. Yuck.
Here's Dawn wants to say something real quick. Dawn.
Yeah.
What do you think? Fez would like to get married.
I know. I'm really excited about this.
Yay!
Wow. Is that a yes?
I didn't think that we were going to do it this way, but hey.
I should have asked you in person. Well, I didn't even ask you.
Well, no, but how could I say no?
All right. Yay, Dawn and Fez. This is going to be a great gig. See if you can marry yourself, Dawn.
Yeah, I'm going to look into that. I got to do some research on the internet. Same way that I found out that I can marry Dave and Casey.
And I'm really hoping that's not true. All right, thanks, darling.
Love you guys.
Love you, too.
Bye.
Fezzy, you know what Nietzsche says?
What does Nietzsche say?
Nietzsche, among a lot of other things, says that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Now, I don't know whether I believe that, but it should be true if it's not, because we don't have much choice. And I don't know if everything happens for a reason, but I do know that no matter what does happen, it's got to make us stronger. And I'm sending this out to a little friend of mine who's recuperating right now, and I want to say, you've been stronger for me. Now I want to be a little stronger for you. I can be stronger. Don't laugh at me. You know I can be stronger. I was the weaker one long enough. Let me be stronger till you get stronger. We'll see you guys tomorrow.